As promised, I return with part 2 of a video about the Knight's Den, the new house that's coming with a Season 0 for the Elder Scrolls Online. Let's take a look at the extra areas. Hello, it's Icy. That's right, I am back with more of the Knight's Den. So with week 3 of the PTS, they've given us access to the fragments to unlock the mementos that you can put in the house to unlock the extra wings. Let's take a look at the extra wings first, and then I will show you, well, we'll talk about how you actually get to unlock these. So here's our first physical memento, and it is deliciously creepy. I love this thing. It's amazing. It looks phenomenal and so creepy. And it unlocks this room. Now, ignore the light. I've added that for additional illumination. But this is the Goad's Wing, which is basically, it's just a big room in Fargrave style with this rather delightful floor. Please and thank you. May I have this as a texture option for things? I would like to put this in places, as well as this design around the edge. I mean, it's not too big, but it does increase the kind of the floor space of the house. So for the ruckus, we have this gorgeous stained glass fan. I love it. I will have one IRL in my actual house. Yes, please and thank you. I think it's delightful. And that opens this room, basically the same size, but it's been reinforced, protected. Perhaps this is for training. I am not 100% sure what the wooden things on the walls are meant to be. But if you wanted to, you know, you could unlock this room and you could very effectively cover those over if you wanted to turn this into some other space. That would not be a problem. And finally, the Thousand Eyes memento, furnishing memento, which is this one. Oh, so creepy and kind of incredible. I love it. It's awesome. And this is the room it unlocks, which is, I mean, thematically appropriate, I suppose. Yeah, sort of. Anyway, as you see, about the same size, just with, you know, a bunch of things for skittering, crawling creatures to bust their way into here. Maybe it's not the worst that this door is closed. I'm just saying. So, they're the 3 additional rooms. They're not huge. They do add, I guess between them all, they add an additional third to the floor space, and maybe almost double the floor space, something like that, not quite. But they are good enough. Now, a couple of things. Let's talk about stuff. You will, if you participate in the night market, be able to unlock all 3 wings with a lot of fighting and a lot of killing. So all 3 wings will be available. To unlock each wing, you will need to get this achievement. So the Relic Gauntlet Bearer for the spooky one, the Gloom Water for the Goad one, and the Wind Slicer for the Ruckus one. Now, each of these individual glass splinters comes from somewhere in the night market. So, for example, though, if you look at this one, you will need to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 named bosses. You will also need to do the Ritual Skirmish, which is kind of like a big fight over a long period of time in the middle of the arena, in the middle of one of the zones. You'll need to get another splinter just from killing weak enemies. You will need to buy another splinter from your faction vendor. Each faction vendor does sell all 3 of the splinters for each of the different ones. So even if you have joined the Goad, for example, you would still be able to buy the splinters for the Wind Slicer, Ruckus fan, and for the Thousand Eyes one as well. So you need at least 500 favor with each, and they cost 1,000 gold. So they don't cost a lot, but to get favor is a good chunk of battling. So, and Goffer, one basically from opening the night market reward coffers as well. So you basically have to get all of those splinters in order to unlock any one of the wings. So it's the same for the others, but obviously the different, like the other named people. So once you've done that, you're then mailed in-game a furnishing container, and in the furnishing container is the memento that we've just looked at, the physical memento, as well as you also have a memento you can actually use on your character, as well as a number of other furnishings. So let's take a look at what else is in those coffers, and that might help you pick which faction you might want to participate with. So the Ruckus container has basically some Fargrave bread, some Leowin rugs, just some general things you can already get in game, some meat, unsurprisingly, basically a lot of food, a set of 6 of the Fargrave lights, but there is nothing in here that isn't 100% available in-game already. So for the Thousand Eyes, we have quite a lot of Necrom books, just some like crates and sealed bins and things. Quite a lot of Necrom stacks of books, which are always nice, but once again, available in-game and craftable. Some bones, banners of course for each of them, and this one's got the green lights, unsurprisingly. Yeah, just like an assortment of things, and a couple of Red Guard bottle and some Red Guard table. So the Glittering Goad, however, has things that are actually worth money, or worth crowns even. So the Elsewhere Incense Burner, this one, I think this is like the branched big one. I don't know if this is craftable offhand, but it might be a crown one. We've got the Elsewhere Meal, Elsewhere Throne, the Malma Rugs, however, and there's 2 sets. There's the runners and then there's other ones. They are definitely crown only. And they were in a furnishing pack, but I do not think you can get that any other way. The Gilded Redguard Pot, I'm pretty sure that's crown only. The Redguard Vessel Gilded, that one might be crown only as well. So I would suggest, and you get the purple lights for these guys. So, and then a circular Malma rug, and also a half circle Malma rug as well, and 8 of those. So unless you've got a particular reason, if you are a housing mancer, I would suggest that you join the faction of the Glittering Goad and work towards that one first. But I would also say, I do not think at the end of the world if you don't get any of them, because, well, I mean, it's nice and all, but, you know, it's fine. So, gives you more space. Is it going to equal the amount of time that you'll need to grind to get that little room? I don't know. We'll see. So if there's big enough groups running around, it might be perfectly easy, but we'll have to see what happens. One other thing that's been added as well to do with the night market, there is now a recipe that you can get the fragments for. Like, the fragments will drop from killing bosses, and then you can get the fragments, and then you can basically get a recipe that will, along with some of the other, you'll have to get the ingredients from killing mobs as well, you can then get a recipe that gives you extra faction bonus. It's much the same way that you can get extra XP or extra alliance points for PvP. Very similar sort of idea. So these will be things. You'll note the recipe is not bound, so this might be a way you can possibly buy one if you don't have it. It'll be a lot of gold, or sell one if you get extras. So yeah. And the drop rate of splinters has apparently also been increased as well in the night market, so that will hopefully help. But I would say it's, yeah, not the end of the world if you don't open these additional rooms. But yeah, I would definitely think about which room and or which furnishing pack, what rewards in the furnishing packs suit you best, and then pick that one as an alliance. In which case, even though I think the Thousand Eyes is super cool and I love their banner, no, I will be picking the code because I would rather get those bits and pieces. But thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Yes? Do you like the extra rooms? Do you think they might be worth the effort to get them? We'll see. Do look for another video tomorrow, probably, where I'll be able to give you some details about how the actual Tamriel tomes, so the actual Season 0 type rewards, a test version of, will look and behave. So we'll be able to have a little bit more information about those, hopefully tomorrow. But do join me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I stream the Elder Scrolls Online 4 days a week, and I would love to see you there. We do a lot of housing, we look at new things, we do some combat, we do some bits and pieces, and I am always happy to answer questions if you've got them. Thank you so much for joining me here. It was lovely to see you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.